said earlier, they arrived at 1 a.m. And so we just want to greet them. And you want to speak? I'm not going to try to mess your name up. No.
Say hello.
Respected Pastor, Reverend, and first of all, I would like to pay respect to our pastor here who hosted us overnight, and thank you so much, everyone, for coming for us on this journey. When we going home, we arrived here about over 1 a.m. last, and then we rest. And now we get to meet with each other. I thought we just go straight home. Aloka, would you please? It's my show, Aloka. Sorry, Aloka is like that when he sees his friends. How are we today this morning? Are we not working?
Not too early.
Oh, so thank you so much for that. Thank you. So on this journey, this is our 111 days for this journey. It's a long journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a long journey, and we still continue this journey as I always talk about it. Even though we end in Washington, D.C., but that is not the final destinations. And that is why we are here this morning on the way back to Fort Worth, Texas. Aloka, Aloka. So active. He's under restriction, but it's like that. And so our journey will continue, even though the Venerable monks we will say goodbye to each other in Fort Worth, Texas, after the welcoming back, after the Lunar New Year on this 17th. And some Venerable monks will go back to Vietnam, to France, to Thailand, and Venerable monks will go back to their temple in Utah, New York, and Houston, and so on. But we will never stop on walking on this path together with you all, because I already talked about it. On the journey to find peace for ourselves, we definitely have to walk every day. Walk every day means we practice mindfulness. We practice mindfulness to find peace for ourselves, to slow down. Because without mindfulness, we definitely will go back to the old days and suffer again over and over. We've been living without mindfulness, and that's how the world spins us. That is how the world triggers us. And the more they spin us, the more they trigger us, and we just keep on reacting. And the more we react, the more we suffer. We are the only one, the only person who will be suffered. For that reason, everywhere we go, we always share with you the key to unlock that. which is each and every breath. We breathe in and breathe out every second. That is how we stay alive. But I always said, seems like we died a long time ago. We never pay attention to our breath. We didn't even have a moment to slow down, to feel our heartbeat. Because we were way too busy. Just the cell phone alone, we are way too busy using it, surfing the internet, and communicating with the others. A lot of things, right? We spend a lot of time with that. When I go to when I travel at the airport, I just sit there and look around. I see so many people around me, but it's just like this world is totally separated. It's because everybody is using the phone to communicate with someone else, while the person in front of them, they are doing the same thing. They barely communicate with each other. And that just make me question, keep thinking and thinking over it. Back then, before the smartphone came out, how does people live? They're very kind to each other, they support each other, they care for each other, they ask for each other a lot, support and help and everything. But since technologies rise, and then everybody just have their own world. Each and every one of us have our own world, yes? Inside, we have our own world. And this world has been really tough already. So much thing in this world already. But after the technologies, when it's rise high, and we added a lot more problem and challenge to our world, that is why we cannot stay calm and focused. Sometimes when I go to the funeral home, I see a lot of people. They cry for each other. They cry for them, for their family members, friends who passed away. And that I also concern and ask myself, why can't we do all that while they're still alive? Why are we crying right now in front of the corpse, in front of this casket? If you could have done that before this person lying there, how beautiful it is, how wonderful that is, then you won't hold regret. Because now that you want to talk to that person can't hear you anymore. It's gone. That person's gone. And you just go there and show your respect and then show some tears to the people. Show people how loving you are to that person. All those are not true. Right? All those are not true for me. Because to care, to show love, is all when we're still alive and we can still communicate with each other. And it should be like that. But unfortunately, we are not living like that anymore. We just care about our own things, our own world. We ignored everything else. And that's why I feel sad. That is why I made a vow to walk, to raise the awareness of peace. Because I have seen so much problems, so much suffering just like that around me. And wherever I go, I see all this. And I really don't know how to help. And for that reason, I made a vow that if I could help out people, then I would like to do something to raise the awareness to the people. And that is how I decided to walk 3 years ago. And then we walked finally, we finished 109 days. And now 110 days, 111 days now. And we are meeting each other this morning to share again the key that I always share, mindfulness. Being multitask will not help us anymore. We just have to stay focused one thing at a time. That is also mindfulness practicing. That is going to support our practicing. Because even if we breathe in and breathe out every day, and we still doing multitask, we do so many things at the same time, then our concentration is going to be divided. Keep on dividing it. We can't stay focused, right? Beside the sitting sessions to breathe in and breathe out, we have a lot of time left. And all those time we spend for something else, multitasking. Eating alone, we can't even focus on eating. We talk, we text, we surf the internet, we check social media, sending text messages back and forth. All those things. Just eating alone, we can't even focus. We really don't know what we're eating, for sure. Because our eyes way too busy watching movie, YouTube. Our ears listen to all the things. Our mouth is talking while eating. And our hand is typing while thinking. We keep doing that. And for that reason, one of the reasons why whenever we eat, whenever we have lunch, our volunteers, our coordinators always ask people not to talk, ask people not to video, not to take any pictures while we eat. Because when we eat, it's not nice. Right? Sometimes we eat is not clean, not nice. So we don't need to capture all those moments. Right? Imagine when we eat and we talk and people can see food in our mouth. That is something not nice. But we didn't care about that. That's how we live. And that is why I share with the audience that we need to be mindful. We need to change the way of living. The way of living means we need to do one thing at a time. When you eat, just be mindful with eating. Focus on eating. When you drink, the same thing. When you change, when you clean, when you vacuum the floor, when you walk, when you read. Now ask ourselves, were we doing all those things with many other things at the same time, or we focus on one thing at a time? When we wash dishes, we can't even know. We didn't even know which water we turn it on, cold or hot water. And when we cut in vegetable, sometimes we cut ourselves, our fingers. Right? Because we always multitask, always sidetrack. So now, if we know about mindfulness, listen to the monk who talk about this every day. We're willing to change have a better life, or we going to continue our journey as before? It's all up to us. That I share, we have 4 types of lotus. The first type of lotus is always under the waters. It just grow under the water. Every day, just stay under the water. And the second type of lotus is trying, keep trying a little bit every day. But trying hard still, just rise, floating right on top of the water surface. Not too high, but just right on top. And then the third type of lotus is trying hard to grow, and is growing like maybe 1 feet above the water surface level. And then the fourth lotus is rising high. It's rising high. That type of lotus only waiting for the sunrise to bloom. The third type of lotus would take several sunlights, maybe weeks, maybe months, maybe some years, to not that long, but to bloom. And the first one, which is I mentioned under the water, that type of lotus is only to feed the other creatures. Whichever lotus that we want to become, we choose. It means if we want to rise high, if we want our wisdom to arise, if we want to become enlightenment, if we want to have a better life, the fourth type of lotus, just only waiting for the sunrise to bloom. It means, if we can say like this, all of us here been suffered, for example. And when you hear about walk for peace, when you hear about the monks who walk for peace and raise the awareness of peace and compassion and loving kindness and so on, and then you are coming out for it to support and to join, hoping that we can have peace for ourselves, right? And then when you listen to the talk, and I share the talk, I share the key and everything, you take that into action right away, your knowledge arises. You liberate all kinds of sufferings. You have a peaceful life from there. That is the fourth type of lotus, rise high. When the sun's hit it, you bloom right away. It blooms right away when the sun hit it. And that's the fourth type. And the third one will take several talks, several walks. Maybe this is the first walk, but probably I have to take another 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 more walks. And we have to come out and listen to that many times, a couple more times, in order for us to gain knowledge, wisdom, and that flower will be bloom, right? It means that there are a lot of people coming out for this mission. But after listening to the talk, go back home, try a little bit, and they found out that this is so hard, so difficult to do, to give up. And they feel like, no, I shouldn't give it up. They continue trying, then give up. And then they try again, right? They keep on trying and trying. It will take a longer time. Many sunrise, many sunlights for that flower to bloom. And the second lotus, the second type, is right above the water level. This one, it takes a lot longer. This one will practice and then give up very quick, very easily. When I say breathe in, breathe out, that person do the breathe in and breathe out and then give up. Cannot stay focused whatsoever. When that person's breathe in and breathe out, the mind is wandering running around rapidly overwhelmed him. And that person quit. Quit for a long time. And then whenever there's a movement happen again, that person come out and support and then start again. And then after starting it, that person found out that this is difficult, same thing as the first one, and he gave up. After a very long time, many more years, there's another movement come out. There's another waffle piece from different people, and this person come out and do that, the same thing, but cannot get to the point. Keep on dropping out. Keep on giving up. And the first one is not really trying at all. Just wanted to stay like that. Even suffer deeply. He or she will continue with that, live with that, and doesn't care about anything else. It's okay to be suffer. And they think that's normal. And they don't want to try even a little bit. So this type of lotus, this type of people is going to suffer the rest of their life after life. And they cannot achieve anything in this world, in their life, because they don't want to try. They don't want to put any effort into it. They just want somebody to bring it to them. Just like, I'm hungry, and so I need food, but I don't want to go to the kitchen to cook. Somebody have to do it for me. And then when nobody do it for them, they act up, get angry, get mad, things like that. So this first type of lotus, we can't change. Even if the one who have such knowledge and wisdom talk with them, they still don't want to change. So whichever type of lotus we choose for ourselves, we need to really think about it thoroughly and look at ourselves. Which one are we? And so, which type of lotus are we looking forward and we want to be? Which one? The fourth? Yes? Rise high, just waiting for one more sunlight and then we bloom right away, right? All beings should be like this. Because we have no energy left. We don't have much left. We don't have much time left either. Look at us. We are getting older and older every single second, every single day. When we've been born, it means that the death is coming right after being born. So we don't know when we're gonna die. Why would we waste our time and effort doing unnecessary things? Well, there's a lot of things for us to do that is meaningful, that is value for our life, but we didn't do it. We just want to join the crowd, we just want to join the movement just for something else, but not for the better. Then we waste our life, we waste our time, we waste our effort and energy. For me, I reflect the death a lot. Keep thinking about the death because we don't know. Within one breath going in and not going out, we die. Just within last night from 1 a.m. until what time, how many hours that we sleep? Maybe we couldn't get up, wake up. Just one sleep and we go. We could die in bed, right? Because nobody can assure us. Nobody can guarantee our life. And a lot of people, we have our families, members, our friends pass away in front of us, yes? A lot. We see all those. And so are we just gonna live in this world waiting for that moment? Or we want to live in this world to do something better for our life and to share that with the others? Of course, we want to be better. We want this world to be a better place too. And we want all the people to live a happy life and peaceful life, right? And for this reason, this walk for peace, I want all the people to walk together with us on this journey, on this path, to bring peace to our life, to bring peace to our family, and our society, our nation, and our world. But it always starts from one person first, which is us here. We just have to start from ourselves. Without us starting, there will be no one else. Peace will not happen. Just like this walk, I have just one thought, that I want to walk, I want to do this. From that thought, now that many people joining me. And of course, this is what I really need. Because changing the world is require all of us to do, not just all these venerable monks. Us alone cannot finish this journey. Us alone cannot change anything. But it's require all of us to walk on this path, to change it together. With the power of all of us together, it changed everything. How many of us that joined the global metta meditation on our last night? The loving and kindness meditation. Okay. At that time, probably there's a lot of yogi that is the first time doing the metta, which is loving kindness meditation. Of course, it's always tough at the beginning. Either metta meditation or breathing meditation is the same. Because meditations is boring. Okay? Meditation alone is not boring, but our mind. Our mind is active. It's active. It's just like that. Moving quick, very fast. And then when we tell our mind, okay, let's not run in anymore, sit down. Stay focused. Stay still. Don't move. And then the mind is like, this is not something that I am used to. I don't like this feeling. I don't like doing this. I'd rather jump around and walk around and running around. That is how the mind reacts when we tell the mind to stay there and focus on one thing, which is this, or metta. That is, the mind is acting up all the time. But that is always for the beginners, because we are not having that new habit of stay still yet. But it is achievable, because it needs time to have a new habit. In order for us to have a new habit, we have to practice to get a new habit and replace the old one 64 days continuously. Within 64 days, continuously practicing, we will have a new habit. But that doesn't mean that the old habit will not popping up again. It's still there. If we are not mindful enough, we will go back to the old day again. That is the nature of the mind. When the mind is empty, when the mind has nothing to do, then there's always picking up all those old things and bad things that I always call trash, to think it over and over and to live with it. Bad habits, old habits, suffering things, delusion, greedy, angry, hatred, all those I call trash. Because we cannot live with it. Will not fulfill our stomach. But instead, it's just drag us down. Every time when it's pop up, it drag us down. It's stopping us from gaining knowledge and wisdom. When we have those delusion mind, when we have that defilement mind, then it's stopping us from doing all the wholesome things. That's why we have to have mindfulness, to remind us that we need to live at this present moment, here and now. Don't live with the past, don't follow the future. Just live at this present moment, which is each and every breath going in and out. We breathe to keep us alive, but not mindful, not awareness, not aware of each breath like that. Now we add awareness to each and every breath going in and out. That is how we train ourselves to be mindful. Right? Instead of breathe, like every day, now we add one more thing, awareness. Knowing that I'm breathing in, knowing that I'm breathing out. That's what it means. When I breathe in, I know that I have a breath going in. When I breathe out, I know that there's a breath going out. Just stay focused by this nostril area only. Focus on that breath going in and out. Naturally, do not force our breath to be long or short. Just breathe normal like how we breathe right now. And then just stay focused. But again, the mind is the nature. So it will be wandering around with all those thoughts again, because we collected a lot. Okay? If we can compare to the hard drive of the computer, we probably changed thousands and thousands of hard drive that is in terabytes already. It's full. And that's what I want to tell you, it's full. All those hard drive, each and every one, when we replace it, get it full every single time. Because we collect a lot of things in our daily life. We collect it all. Just one very minor thing we collected and recorded into that hard drive in our mind. So it's keep getting full. But luckily our mind is capable to record everything in this world without getting full. And for that reason, we suffer. Because we have so many things in here. And we live with that. It's keep on rising every single second. It's not that right now we don't have defilement mind. We don't have thoughts. No, it's not like that. It's popping up one after another. But why can't we see them? Because your concentration now is right here on my talk, right? So when we stay focused here, we cannot see the other things. But when you sit down silently and just focus on one thing, which is right here, within this body, then you can see all those thoughts popping up. This is the only job. When you have only job like this, you see all those thoughts popping up. And when we see those thoughts popping up, instead of trying to push it away or trying to eliminate it, we don't need to do that. Just observe that thought. Acknowledge that thought as thought, silently let that come back here. To the breathing again. And then when we breathe in, just within that second that we breathe in, another thought pop up. Very quickly. When we don't have a habit of coming back here, stay at this present moment, we follow that thought. Okay? For most most of us, we will follow the thoughts when it pops up. Because we are not mindful with this. When you mindful with this, means your breath, you will not follow the thought. But since we practicing, we just starting, we are not mindful enough, our concentration is not strong enough right here. That is why when the thought arises, we follow that thought until the end of that thought. And another thought pop up, we follow, we switch to that thought and then follow until the end of it. That's how our mind works. It's not that we want to, but because of unmindful on this. That's why it pulls us off from this to follow the thought. But it's okay. Even if you spend 1 hour of meditating and you spend 59 minutes following that thought, it's also okay, because this is the starting, the beginning. It's okay. Me, when I practice my mindfulness meditation at the beginning, after I ordained to become a monk, be honest with you, I fall asleep all the time. And believe me, most of the meditation teachers fall asleep too at the beginning. So no one is perfect. That is how we learn, right? That is how we know where the problem comes from. That's how we learn and how we teach and how we solve the problem for the students. So, at the beginning, we always fall asleep because we are not mindful with our breath. Our minds get bored. When they get bored, they fall asleep. Nothing to do? Okay, I'll go to sleep. So that is normal. But when you realize, oh, I am sleeping, awake. Now I am awake. I have to come back here. Have to remember that this is my job. After you wake up, remember that we have a job to do, the breathing. Then come back with the breathing in and out, knock you out again, go back to sleep. It's okay. When you realize you are asleep, wake up, come back here. That's how we train our mind, step by step, little by little. One day, your concentration gets stronger. You stay focused here longer. You will stay awake the whole session. You will not go back to sleep anymore. At the beginning, when I sit cross-legged, let me show you how I sit cross-legged. Let's say we have full lotus and half lotus, right? So let's say when I sit in half lotus like this, and I put my hand, at the beginning I put my hand like this. And then when I fall asleep, I put my hands like this. You know why? Because I can use my hand to squeeze my thigh so I can stay awake. I bruised myself a lot. Within 1 hour session, I don't know how many times I have to do this. But this is how I overcome it. I don't want to fail. I don't want to become a loser to my mind. Even if I have to do this the whole time, I could. I'm okay with it. But our Buddha not allow us to punish, to do anything harmful to this body. It's okay to do this as long as you have a strong determination. You want to win yourself. You don't want to become a loser all the time. It's okay. But don't use a knife to stab yourself, okay? Don't do that. There's one monk. There was one monk back then, it's Mahayana tradition, when he was one of the soldier and he's one of the general. He go to war with sword and fight and he kills a lot of people. Right? And then after that he couldn't sleep. Because whenever he closed his eyes, all that images and all that blood is popping up in his head, and he couldn't go to sleep at all. And so when he tried to meditate, he fall asleep because he couldn't sleep at nighttime. And he get a knife and put it right here. Every time when he fall asleep, he grab a knife and he stab himself. Try to stay awake. He keep doing that, but he still failed. And so the teacher tell him, punishing our body like this is not helpful. And later on, he practiced, continue practicing. He overcome all those difficulties. As long as you stay with number 4, the lotus, remember, keep trying. The 3rd lotus and the 4th lotus, keep trying, never give up. We will get there. The clever people, the wisdom people, they could finish it within 7 days. If we slower, it's okay. 7 months, 7 years, even the rest of the whole life, it's okay. As long as we keep on trying, we are not giving up. We get there. We will get there. Just have to believe in ourselves that this is possible. Peace is possible. When we truly believe in that, we practice mindfulness, loving kindness, and compassion, everything will change. Everything will change. Imagine if all of us are practicing mindfulness every day. At least our family and our neighbors and our society will become much better environment and place, because we don't spread hatred and anger to anybody. We live happily and peacefully. We treat each other nice, the right way, and so that eliminate a lot of trouble to this world. It's because of unmindful we have done a lot of wrongful things to ourselves and to the world. A lot of people brought tears to the world. We don't want to do that anymore because it's enough. More than enough. Now is the time that we need to change. With the year 2026, a month and a half has gone. Right? It's very fast, right? It's moving very fast. So we don't have much time left. Let us all change our life, change this world by practicing mindfulness. Breathe in and breathe out. Acknowledge of that thought. Come back. When you hear sound, don't question what, why, where, who did. Just acknowledge that sound as sound, come back here. When you have any type of sensations on this physical body, itch, numb, pain, just observe that, acknowledge that as feeling or numb or itchy or pain. Observe that, acknowledge it, come back here. It doesn't mean that when we observe that and it will be gone. It's not like that. When you observe that, you acknowledge that, you know that, oh, I have these feelings right now. But this is the physical feeling. This is a physical reaction. My mind will not react the same way. So this body is hurting, but don't let your mind hurt. That is very important. This physical body or anything that comes into our life, we only suffer 10%. But when we react, it adds 90% on top of that 10%, so 100% suffer. And so, sound, thought, feeling, come back here. keep bringing that concentration mind back to this present moment, breathing in, out, in, out. That's all we need to do. And during the day, daily activities, do not multitask anymore. Do one thing at a time. Stay focused with that. When you have time, breathe in and breathe out. When you have time, breathe in and breathe out. For me, when I do work, when I take a break, I just sit like this and I look right there. I don't look around like this when I look right there. But my concentration is still here, so that people cannot tell that, oh, I'm meditating or what. This is not a show. We don't want to show off, right? So we just focus, but in a different way. I look, but not looking. I'm focusing here. That's how I stay focused within my breath everywhere and every time. When we walk, I stay focused within my breathing as well. All of us can do this. It's just that you have to believe in yourself that you can do this. You should have to have a strong determination that I have to do this. And I love it. You have to love it. If you cannot love it, you cannot do it. Because I said, it's boring. So we have to love it because we love ourselves. That is how we help ourselves. Okay, so every day that I always share at night time before bed, no lovers, which is your cell phone. Okay, 1 hour before bed, no phone whatsoever. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Practice breathing. That is your time. Yeah, that is your only time before bed. If you can do that, your mind will be settled. It will be settled, and for you to be able to go to sleep easier. After a long night of resting, when you wake up, the first thing in the morning our habit is to grab the phone and check on the status overnight. Now, no phone either when we wake up. If you have to touch it to turn off the alarm, it's okay. But not snooze, okay? Turn off the alarm and then get rid of that phone for that moment. Go to the bathroom. Isn't it? You have to go to the bathroom? Yes? Without a phone. Okay? No phone in the bathroom. This is very important. Don't take that phone into the toilet and talk. All of us do this. Sometimes when I go to the public restroom, I hear this side talking, this side music. And I was like, what in the world? This is the toilet. And it smells. And you spend time in here listening to music, watching video, and talking with the other people. They probably hear something. Why would you do weird things in the toilet? There's a lot of place in this world for you to do this, right? But no, we choose the toilet to do all those things. Why? For me, I feel weird. But unfortunately, this is a happy moment for people to do so. And so, but they don't know that there are so many people out there waiting for their turn too. So let us all chant this. Print out a sign, no lovers allowed, and put on that door. Meaning no phones allowed. Okay? Don't take that phone into the toilet and talk. Let's focus on number 1 and number 2. Go out. That's all. Don't get yourself constipated. Because when we focus in this, we cannot focus on the other thing. Okay? Our mind can do only one thing at a time. Remember that. After that, we get a piece of paper and a pen, now write down the statement, today is going to be my peaceful day. Write that down. It's very simple. Thank you for that sign. It's very simple, but it's very powerful. Remember, even if we memorize this statement already, because 110 days that I have talked about this, but it's okay. You have to give yourself a chance to do this and this together. This will remind us, because we are training ourselves. Remember, we are training ourselves. We have to start from zero again. So we need to train ourselves to be focused. When our mind is thinking of those words and your hand is writing, stay focused with that. Not just a thinking, a thought, and then go do something else. Then our life gonna be back to normal again, back to the old days again. Now write that down. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Read it over and over with our eyes. Now that our eyes have a job to do too. Instead of looking at the movie, looking at the phone, now looking at those words. And then read it over and over. Something better instead of this, right? And so, read it over and over with our eyes. And then after that, give our mouth a job to do. Instead of saying unwholesome words, hurtful words, now we're just saying, today is going to be my peaceful day. Read it out loud. Say it out loud. To tell the universe that today is going to be my peaceful day so that no one in this world can mess it up. No one except ourselves. We are the only person who can mess our days up. No one else. It doesn't matter what that person said or do. If you stay focused, your day will be peaceful. If you're not mindful enough, you react, you mess up your day. To have a peaceful day is very difficult. Imagine you spend a lot of effort and energy to make your peaceful day, and just one reaction has messed up everything. Then we waste a lot of time and effort and energy. Don't do that anymore. When you about to react, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath before you react. When you feel like, okay, I can't stand this anymore, take a deep breath. Many times as possible. Just take a deep breath and then focus on your breathing again. If you could do that, you will stay calm. And if you have to react, say, sorry, I can't talk right now, I have to go. Leave. Find a better place. Find something better to do. That's it. We change everything. Just doing that. Okay? So all of us are doing this together every day. This world will turn into a better place for all beings to live. That is the power of everybody doing it together. And that is our key. That is the key. That is the message that I wanted to share. So I hope that from today on, we will have a better life, peaceful life, and we will walk together on this journey to change ourselves and change this world to be a better place for our future generations to live. Thank you so much, everyone. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. Any question for us?
How do you know which thought to follow, such as your own?
Any thought. Let's say when we meditate, either good or bad thoughts. It doesn't matter how good that thought is, we're not going to follow any. When we are meditating, regardless of good or bad thoughts, we just have to observe that and then come back with the breathing. But during our daily life activities, when we have any type of thought popping up, we should only carry wholesome thoughts. And say, thinking of all the good things, thinking of mindfulness, thinking of loving kindness, thinking of compassion, thinking of helping the others, thinking of a sutta, thinking of a prayer, all those, anything that is wholesome, we should carry on all those thoughts. Live with all those. Because with one thought could bring a lot of joy and peaceful to the world. With one thought also can bring a lot of tears and hurtful things to the world. I came up with just one thought, walk for peace. And I lived with that for 3 years. I didn't tell anybody. I lived with that silently for 3 years. And then every time when I do something that's wholesome, I practice meditation, I teach, and I share anything to any people. After that, I make a vow, I make a wish to support my vow by the power of this meritorious deed. I wish that my vow of walking for peace will become reality. That's all I did for the last 3 years. Anything that I do, just make a wish to support that vow. Same, all of us, if we want to change for the better, we want something for our life that is best, just make a vow and do something to support. But when we have unwholesome thoughts, come back with the breathing. Let it go right at that moment. Don't carry it with us. Because unwholesome thought is not helpful. It's just going to drag us down. Okay?
I've been inspired by your leadership. You had a vision, you put a team together, and can you just talk about sort of the welcome to leadership, what you think that would be good for us who are in leadership?
I just the person who came up with this and then walked in front. Sometimes I walk in the back. For me, as a leadership, learn how to listen is very important. We have to learn how to listen to the others. We all lack of patience. We lack of patience a lot. So spend time sitting there to listen to someone to say something, to tell us something. That is very difficult. Because we are rushing. Running out of patience. So when we cannot listen to the others, we can't lead. Even if we lead, it's going to be with ego. Hi, baby. Thank you. You should have offered directly to my hand. So cute. So listening to the other people, even though they're going around and around. You know, when people come to me and talk, after they open their mouth and say a few words, I know what they want to do, and I know what they want to say. But I still sit in there and listen to the whole story, let them vent, let them talk. That is how you help them as well. Just being there for them, listening to them vent, that is the best way to help them, to support them. And we understand how they feel, we understand their situation. That's how we lead them to the right path. So for me, listening and patience is very important for the leadership. There's one person behind me, yes. So after we write that down, statement down, we should meditate in the morning. So after writing that down, do all those things, saying to the universe, we should take time to meditate, to focus on our breathing in the morning. In the morning, our mind is still fresh and clear. Here, we should meditate more, okay, because our mind is still fresh. Not a lot of thoughts in it yet. That is the best time. But during the day, we should utilize all those time, free time too. Okay? But in the morning, you should take 1 hour session in the morning. If we don't have much time, because we have to go to work, trying to get up early. That is one of the challenges. Sleeping a lot is not helping. Let's say if we sleep 8 hours per night, who is in here saying that we have to sleep at 8 hours? We don't have to, okay? 6 hours, 4 hours, even enough. If you have to sleep at 8 hours, cut off 1 hour. Let's make it 6 or 7, so that you have an hour to do the breathing. Okay? Try that.
Yes, I'm curious to know how this experience walking for 109 days, what did you find most surprising about that experience? And do you feel in any way changed by this?
Yes, sir. For myself and for most of the Venerable monks here, we walk already in the past. Right? So walking is not something new for us. But seeing so much people coming out on this mission, on this path, this route, listening to people who come and share with us their stories, their feelings, it really touched our hearts. There's time that people just come to me and say that you have saved my life. That touched my heart deeply, because this is just a walk. We didn't do anything much, but somehow it's given them hope that they have lost everything already. Now that just this simple walk gives them hope to stand up again and walk again. And now that they also have a goal, a purpose to live in this world, which is breathing, that they have never listened to it, they have never learned about it or been told, so they don't know what to do. That is why they wanted to commit to suicide. And now that they have the purpose to live, they can just live without breathing. And so for all those people who come to me and talk, and it really tells me a lot in this journey, that I have made the right choice to walk. And of course, this is very little that we can do. There's still a lot of people out there that still need help, and they don't have the technology's ability to reach us or to see us. And so I have learned a lot on this journey from the people. And for myself, I believe that breathing in and out every step, this is the first, not the first, the second, but this journey has touched me the most and practiced a lot, which is the mindfulness, the longest walking meditation ever we have. Because meditation, mostly we sit in like this to meditate. And now that we barely have time to sit, at the beginning, yes, every day, nighttime and morning time, we have time to sit, practice together. But then the more we walk, the more people come out, and then the gathering, we don't even have time for ourselves. Even eating, I have to finish my food quickly and go talk, go share. And so The time that we practice mindfulness a lot is walking. The longest walking meditation ever in our life. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for touching my heart and so many other people around the world. I was wondering if you might consider designating a time every day that the whole world continues the walk, but within ourselves, say 5 o'clock in the morning or something around the world, so that we can all continue with this amazing energy that you've provided for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. You know, before this walk, I lead the meditation over Zoom every day, twice a day. There's a couple hundred people joining. And I have to do that a lot. And since during this walk, a lot of people request to, what about after Washington DC, what's going to happen? Or you going to do something online or something like that? And I said, we probably will have an online sessions for all of us who practice together. Because meditation, mindfulness meditation, what I show, what I share is not all yet. That is just the beginning. Right? We'll take step by step. But what I share for the last 110 days are just the beginning for us to know how to come back to this present moment. But there's a lot more to do. And of course, I want to continue to share because I can see the benefits of it to all the people. And so definitely I will make my time. If all of us and the people around the world who would like to join together to practice together, to be honest with you, meditation, if we practice alone, we give up very easily because it's boring, that I already said. No motivation. Basically, no more motivation. So when we have a group sessions and things like that, it motivates us more. That person can do, why can't I? Right? So I will try my best to come up with the time for us to join together online sessions. And I'm glad that I be able to do something like that. Because whenever I can help, I can do something to contribute to the world, to our nations, I love to. That is the life of the Buddhist monk. If we could help, even if I have to sacrifice my life to help, I would. I'm happy to. So I will work on that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How do we shape our neighbor? My message when I talk about this, I said, if we care enough for our neighbors, our people around us, it means that we need to stay in the middle path. We need to practice for ourselves, and then from there we share, we spread. Protecting the others, it doesn't mean that we have to do something else. But it means that we care and we care for them. We love them enough to share with them what is best, which is what I have been talk about for many days. Peace, it comes with a condition that's not peace. In any conditions, if we still be able to stay neutral, if we be able to stay calm with loving kindness and compassion, that is the true peace. It doesn't matter what this world turned into. It doesn't matter what happening right there, out there, surround us. If we keep on reacting, it's just going to add more trouble to it. It's not going to solve anything. And this is what happened. It's been happening for so long that anything happen, all of us jump into it. Create more trouble, create more problem. It cannot solve the problem. Even if we can solve the problem, it's violent. And that is why, for us as Buddhist monks, we are not creating any more problem or violence. Instead, loving kindness and compassion and mindfulness technique that could resolve all these. Hatred can never cease hatred. Only loving kindness can cease hatred. It means that if we can live peacefully, if we can protect ourselves, means don't do anything harmful to ourselves and to the others. If every single one of us living like that, there's nothing to protect about. There's nothing to fight about. And this is just the beginning of peace that, we've been talking about. That we have to practice every day. And of course, within over 3 months, almost 4 months, you see how many people join in this mission? Millions and millions join in already. It's fast. For us, this number of followers to this mission, practicing on this path, is way too fast. And I truly believe will continue growing. Because this is something that we don't have to fight for it. This is something that is already with us. All we need to do is just unlock it. And once we unlock it, this nation, this world, obviously it will change. That is why I guide the metta meditation, the loving kindness meditation. For the group of people like this practicing together, radiate that loving kindness is still weak. It's powerful, but still weak. But imagine 3, 5 times, 10 times, 100,000 times of this amount of people, doing it together every single day. That energy alone, that positive energy, radiate throughout this world. It's very powerful. It changes everything. Mind over everything. Right? Anything happening in this world right now, or it's just because of this. Now we just chant this, and it will change everything. Thank you. Yes, I do have one book. That is my first book. The Path, Following the Path of the Buddha. That is the book where I wrote after I walked in India for 112 days. And that is when we found Aloka. Yes, I will have another book after this walk. Thank you. How did you know that? You spied on us? Sleep, sitting upright like this. Yes, yes. So this is one of the practice for mostly forest monk. When we practice, we call Dudanga. There's a 13 steps, 13 practicing. Sitting, refrain from lying down. It's because, when we have 6 senses, right? One of the senses is this touching, this body. This body, we always love to touch something that is soft and nice, right? Sensations. When we sit on hard surface, on lying down on hard surface, it's very difficult. The reaction. And so we always want to lie on a really, really nice and soft bed and things like that. So sitting upright like this is to stay away from lying down to any type of desire or attachment. That is one way to practice. This is not the only way, but this is one way that we practice like this. This is also determination, patience, and effort.
And it's a discipline.
Yes. So for the first few days, 10 days, it's very difficult. You cannot sleep. Of course, even now, when we sit and sleep like this, we cannot have a straight night of sleep. During this walk, it's even worse. It's because when you walk that much, and at night time when you lie down to sleep, all those blood is rushing right to the feet and so on. So usually some doctor advise to hang our feet up high, so that the blood can go however that is, I don't know, okay? But when we sit like this, after a long day of walking, and when we sit like this, it's very weird feeling down there, at least 2 feet. Super weird, and I don't know how to explain, how to describe it. But we never have a straight night of sleep. Never. Back pain, neck pain, leg pain, everything. It's not easy. But that doesn't bother us, because we are the only person who decide to do this, who choose to do this. And if we manage our emotion and feelings, all these will not bother us. Thank you. The person all the way at the back. Yes.
First of all, I'd like to say that you have been quiet, and more about my question is, do temples generally have opportunity for you to come in and meditate there, or what kind of things do you do?
Yes. So our temple in Fort Worth, Texas, not many people knows about it. Back then, they thought it's a restaurant or something, an Asian restaurant. That's why when we started to walk in Texas, a lot of people, they drive by and they stop by and look at the monks and video. I never know that this monk exists in Texas. And so yes, all the Buddhist temples are open for public. And anybody can come to the temple and practice. And our temple is one of the temples that people love to go there, because we have a meditation garden as well. Before they go to work, they just come to the temple and they do the walk-in meditation around that garden. And they go into the shrine hall to do some breathing before they take off to go to work. And a lot of students from university, high school, and middle school also come and practice and learn too at our temple. So probably all the Buddhist temples are open for public. But if there's restriction, then there's probably language barrier. That's the only obstacle in between, but other than that, it's open for public. If you already have the method, if you already know how to practice yourself, you can more than welcome to come to the temple and ask permission, just allow you to stay in the shrine hall or wherever, just to practice yourself, if they cannot talk in English. Yes, but those are the places that could help you because the environment. Yes.
Thank you. It's pertaining to the phones again. I struggle personally with feeling like I want to throw in the trash, but also feel all the stuff, all the things that I feel that I need to know about, and I don't want to feel like I'm ignoring things that I need help with. And so I'm struggling with what to do with that. And I would love to have nothing, but I don't feel as though I'm
Yes, ma'am. So living in this world, we are not ignoring anything, right? We just have to live the way we live. But then, when you take in anything, you have to be mindful with it. Like the Venerable monks, when we stay in the temple, we become advisor, guider to a lot of people, right? And all the people when come and talk with us, we listen. As I shared earlier, we listen. But we are not letting all those problems and all those things from the people, and then we suffer the same way as them, or we take all those into us and then we become stressful or anything like that. That's why we have to be mindful with everything when we listen, when we talk, when we think, when we hear. This is very important. And in order for you to do that, you have to be very mindful, practice mindfulness. And then after you're mindful enough, you'll be able to manage all your emotion and feelings. You can do any of those things without any problem. It's just that when we are not, our mind is not strong, not focused, stay focused, then when we listen to a lot of things, when we do a lot of things, we draw to it, and then we follow it, and then we suffer ourselves. So be mindful, practice that so that you can manage all those emotions and feelings. Okay? Yes, sir.
How many place badges were given to you?
I am very shiny and it's very heavy. These are the 4th batch.
Oh, wow.
Okay, the first 3 I took off already. And it started from Pearland, Houston. One of the police department, they invited us to their office. The first time ever that while they escorted us, they invited to their office station to take a rest. At that time, my member was like, they track us and they say, "What are you doing in there in the police station? What's going on?" I say, "I don't know. The police asked us to go in there, and every single one of us go in there. It's okay." And so, after they feed us with some snacks and water, and then they present us a badge and a challenge coin. And started from there. After that, this next one was the chief, the sheriff. He presented me a pin, a really nice one. And somehow, after that, every department, after escorting us, they honored to put on one, and so appreciate to this walk. And also, it means that they are joining with this walk as well. So, I have a lot, but not just sheriff, police, fire department, EMS. We have all those departments, and even SWAT team also came out to support us as well. Beside all those, there are charities, organizations. After seeing me wearing so much pins and badges, they also present me. And then after that, real estate agent also wanted to pin on me. When I see some name, and then the name of the business and then the name of the agent and say realtor, I say, okay. I say, I'm not promoting anyone. I'm promoting peace. but it's a way to pay appreciation at that time when they don't have anything else. So it's just fun, something to remember, to laugh, but it's, out from love and support. So I have a lot of pins, different pins, but I cannot put everything on here. Usually I put it on and then take it off so people can be happy with it, at least. Right, and I just keep all those from police departments to show support, and that is how we bring people together from government to the civilians, because this is the time where we have to live together. No more division, no more separation. That's why all of us should be like that. The world should be like that. So yes, it's heavy, and I have a lot. Thank you, sir.
Oh, so I really admire about you guys the fact that you were just so intentional with, taking a stand and doing something that really got the nation to rally around everyone. And so I'm just so happy to see that people from all different faiths and people are able to also rediscover their faith and everything just because of your bold walk and, just looks like 22 gentlemen doing something and just taking one step at a time. And so I think that you guys are just really cool leaders in the sense that I think our nation will always look back to this kind of history and hopefully have many other, similar things in different forms. And so I just am so happy that you guys did this. And I was actually just in DC, but I didn't catch you guys there because I was running around the Capitol and everything. And so I ended up coming here to come see you guys, and so I'm happy it worked out. And so my name's Riley, and I just wanted to, our theme of our conference actually was talking about growth and flourishing and everything. And so I had these little I guess flower things on me. And as you guys were talking, I wrote down a couple of points that I appreciated from each of you. And so I have 22 of them. And so I just wanted to hand these to you guys, and hopefully you can pass them off to everybody. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I really appreciate it. And with that being said, I just have a quick question. So when we were in high school, we learned a lot of angel audiences, so events, and so I was talking about a lot of times there are things that an event happens, but then it's not like you guys really want to work on controlling your response, so that overall the outcome for both you and the world is a little bit better. And so for me, sometimes there's something that's really high stress, and it's really hard to kind of get back to that equilibrium and everything that is that inner peace. And so I'm just kind of wondering, thinking about that philosophy, what do you guys think? How does that apply to your practice, and how can we all join and help us do that?
Thank you.
I know it's a lot, but
But thank you for all these.
Thank you.
This is love. Thank you so much, and I'll make sure all our Venerable monks will have one. Thank you. We have boxes of notes from all ages along this road. So much love, and I try to spend some time to read each and every one of it, and we keep them all. Who knows later on what's going to happen? So people been talking about museum and things like that. So definitely a lot of kids, they also send us notes, drawing, very beautiful. It's very beautiful. Thank you. And for your questions, I truly believe anything that is happens around us, if we be able to manage, we don't control anything, okay? The more we want to control anything, the more we're gonna be suffering. That's gonna give us more stress. Manage our emotion and feelings is the key. We just manage without reaction. Anything happen, instead of react, that I always say that we just slow down. When we be able to slow down, we be able to take a deep breath and stay focused within this present moment. For us, is when we talk, it's not like every time when we talk, their problem come in and we take a breath. No. I stay focused on the talking. But stay focused on that talking, it doesn't mean that it draw me into it. It doesn't mean that I'm following all those, and then whenever thoughts pop up, whenever angry or any type of burning in my chest, and then I keep letting it grow. It's not like that. When I feel something that is uneasy, then I know that, okay, I have to switch. Either I take a deep breath, either I stay focused, or either I mumbling a sutta, or either if I just recite something silently in my head, right? For any of the problem comes, if we be able to shift that, it could help us at that moment. And then once we are calm enough, once we are stay calm and cool, we be able to come back to that problem and continue discussion and things like that.
That's a good strategy. Thank you.
Yes. So we have to you have to switch the thought, our mind to a different person, image, right? Let's say if anger arises from that person, and if we keep thinking and that face keep popping up in our head, we cannot calm down, right? It's because we are not mindful enough. But when we are mindful enough, and we know that, oh, that is just a sound. Sound is just a sound, that's not a problem at all. It comes to this ear, and it goes out to that ear. We are not capturing it in here, we're not recording it in here. So that's not a problem. But for most of us, when we started, when that face pop up, if we keep on letting that face pop in our head, then we cannot stay focused, and we cannot calm down. That is when I will switch that face to a different face. That image of that person to my father, the person who I respect, the Buddha, or whoever that you respect the most, or whoever that bring you joy, whoever that bring you peace. Think of that person instead. And instead of that voice, now switch it to a different voice. A sutta, a song, at least something that for you to stay focused in it instead of that voice of that person.
And then one more thing. So I was wondering, what's your take on like note taking and everything? Because like for me personally, so like say I have yellow and I have blue and I have red, and so I'll like kind of organize different colors, and then I'll like take something and I want to just get it out of my mind, out of sight, out of mind. I'll write it down so I know if I want to like revisit it later, I can come back to it. Versus then like, and then I could maybe even just put it in a physical bin and put it in a drawer, and then it's out of sight, out of mind for the day. And then if there's another day and I decide, hey, I want to look at that, I want to think about that, I want to meditate on it, reflect on it, and pray on it, then I will. And then maybe that day, the next day, I grab my blue thing, and so if I need some encouragement, I'll like have on my mirror, I'll put some little encouraging things, like whether that be Bible verses or encouraging like phrases or just anything that's a pick me up, or from other faith texts. And so that's something that helps me. And then sometimes I'll like then kind of keep things in different places, like in my car or in my just different places I walk often. And then you can like pass those along to people. So like quite literally kind of what we're doing. And so then you're like to a nation, then passing encouragement. And so like we each take time to like not only be mindful in our own heads, but then write those reflections down, and then like move them out of our sight, out of our mind, and then bring the ones back when we want to, and then pass them on to different people. I think that through paper, like every single thing is a gift, and so we can take our mind, and then like we can kind of pass those encouraging things on to people, and then like when I look at it, it's like a visible reminder. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you guys like to like keep them in your mind? Do you like to share, like pass along? Because it seems like that's what your movement has been doing, is like mobilizing a generation.
I think that I can see how, because you've been giving me a lot of different colors paper here. Well, I think it's the way of each person handling things, right?
Yeah.
So different mindset, different ways. Nothing wrong with it, as long as you think that is helpful for you. Just do it. Like me, I say, if I think that thought is gonna benefit me and the others, I just go for it. So it doesn't matter how you do it, how you proceed it, as long as it's helpful for you and the others, just go for it. But for us, for the Buddhist monk, we don't have to go through all these color things. Okay, we just straightforward.
Last question, I promise, last question. how about when like a friend, for example, like I was walking with my one friend and she gets very overstimulated when we're going through DC. And so I could say one thing to her, then I could say the same exact thing to someone and it would be like, hello, great to see you. And then for her, that would be just really overstimulating. And so how do you like, you know, you could say a very nice intention thing, but then you could also be talking to like a different person that's not receptive to it or is more receptive to it. So like, how do you gauge a person and like make sure you're being mindful of their thoughts while also, you know,
You can't.
you can't.
You can't. Because you can't read their mind. Right? So you just have to be you.
Yeah, true.
You just have to be you and be mindful on everything that you do, everything you say. Okay? When people react, if you know that, okay, it's not the right thing to do, it's not the right thing to say, and just stop right there. That's it. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank
Lauren.
you.
I know I had a lot of questions, but thank you for your time.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Is it? He's calm? Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Hello, are you here?
Can we see your
Can Aloka come out?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, he meditates a lot. Whenever I convince him to as I stay, he's just gonna stay there and whine and And what is it? Okay, a letter. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
I mostly want to say, so we were touched when I saw you when they were assassinated and just that you did this for us. You were amazing. No one could ever done it.
Well, because I don't know why it's raining and you still have to stand in the rain and wait for us to come out to talk. It just, there's an uneasy feeling for me. Yeah. But thank you so much. There's so much love. And sometimes when too much love is not giving me good feeling either. Yes. Yes, we have. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I know that we have a lot of questions, but we are running out of time and we have to leave too, and we have the lunch program as well. Yes, ma'am. I want to present with this man. Yeah, please receive. Please receive.
One of the quick, I got a quick.
In
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to thank you for taking the time every day, every pain, every storm, and every rainbow. And I want to thank you for pouring that I wrote. That I wrote, thank you. Wow. And I wrote it back February 23rd, 2009. And the past 2 weeks, I've been seeing the number 111, 111. Today, 111. And point is storms and rainbows. And I'd like to present this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, I will read it. Okay. Thank you so much. You just have to be you. There will be many toxic people out there. Okay? But the more you react, the more they're happy. So no react. And just be you. We cannot stop people from saying that such thing. Like us, people been cursing at us, shouting at us, and then step on gas pedal so that the black smoke cover all of us. All those hurtful things along our journey. But I always react with kindness. May you be well, happy, and peaceful with a smile. And then we continue our way. Just don't let all those people bother you. Just have to manage our emotions and feeling. Come back to this present moment. Breathe. It will help you. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. And we definitely have to move to our next location. So thank you so much for all the love and support. May you all be well, be happy, and be